if you're using Ubuntu, or even Linux Mint, which came from Ubuntu, or if you know anything about Ubuntu, then you would know its father, Debian. In this video, I will talk about the genealogy of Debian, the Abraham of Linux distributions. First, let's give Debian a backstory. Now, Debian was created in August of 1993 by Ian Murdoch, who gave the name when mixing the name of his then fiancée, named Deborah, thus naming the distro Debian. Sadly, Ian Murdoch took his own life in December 28th of 2015. However, his legacy still remains in Debian to this day. In 1994, Debian received its first update. In March 1999, Debian had its first derivative, or in this case, child, of which its name was Storm Linux. It had a cleaner desktop look and environment using KDE. Although Storm Linux didn't live very long as the developers, Stormix Technologies folded in around 2001. A little before that, in 1999 to 2000, Coral Linux and Libernet were born. They were the next children of Debian. Afterwards, Debian had many other children that came from the tens to the hundreds, then to the thousands. Although the most significant is Ubuntu, which was born through the company called Canonical, for Ubuntu had further expanded Debian's bloodline by a lot. Now, Ubuntu had many children, including its other flavors like Kubuntu using KDE Plasma and Xubuntu using XFCE. Although Ubuntu used GNOME by default, it had many other flavors which used different desktop environments. Now, Ubuntu also had a very other significant child which has made and revolutionized the name of user-friendly Linux. It was called Linux Mint. Now, Linux Mint had a younger brother named Linux Mint Debian Edition, or more commonly known as LMDE. Now, Mint and its brother Linux Mint Debian had three different default desktop environments. First one was Cinnamon with a modern and clean look, then was XFCE with a more classic and lightweight look, and then there's Mate, which is the middle ground between them. Then Ubuntu continued to have more children like Zorin OS, Pop OS, forged through System 76 and Cosmic Alpha, as well as Pika OS, forged for mastery in gaming performance and minimalism. Now Ubuntu still had a lot more children, and so did Debian. To this day, Debian has achieved a high standpoint in Linux and popularity through it and through Ubuntu, its child. And that is the genealogy of Debian. I will see you in the next video.
Well,